get moved to the back of the shed here, I'm going to go grab a drink. It is hot out, and I drink at least
John Deere
one can
tractor
of
right
Element
there.
every day. I've talked about
No,
Element before.
combine.
You don't have to
That's
take
a John
carbonated
Deere
cans. I just like
tractor.
them. They're handy. I keep them in the fridge. They're delicious, and they're refreshing in the middle of a hot day. So if you're a real farmer and not just a YouTube farmer like me, trying to show everybody your equipment, if you're actually out there working on a hot day, working with cattle or any kind of livestock, maybe you're vaccinating bison. That'd be cool. Maybe you're taking care of irrigators and you got another stupid flat tire on a stupid irrigator. You're out sweating like crazy. You got to replace your electrolytes. 8,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 68 milligrams of magnesium. All the stuff you need to replace your electrolytes, feel better, get rid of the brain fog, and it's just refreshing. I recommend trying some for yourself. Go to drinkelement.com/farmer and you can pick out your free sample pack for yourself and decide what flavor is best for you. We got tons and tons of flavors. They even have ones that go really well with like coffee or by themselves in the winter if you want to drink them hot. Anyway, check it out. And of course, as always, they have a no questions asked return policy. So if for some weird reason you don't like them, they're going to just refund your money, no questions asked. Up next, 410R John Deere sprayer. We did a few upgrades to this thing. It does not have the See and Spray. We pretty much always
Again, this is a John Deere sprayer.
So for us in our situation, we did not go with the See and Spray model. So this is a standard sprayer as far as that goes. It does have exact apply. So when you go around the corners and stuff, the inside nozzles are slowing way down to make sure they're putting on a proper rate, and the outside nozzles will speed up because they're making a bigger arc. They actually need to be putting on more water as you go. So it knows the speed of each individual nozzle. In fact, the nozzles themselves each have software in them. So Deere came out, Midwest Machinery, our local dealer, was out this spring and updated the software in the nozzles on our sprayer. I didn't know that until this spring. This thing is bad to the bone. We love this thing. Dad ends up running it way more often than I do, which I'm fine with because I don't mind standing out in the sun and mixing chemicals. But this has been kind of a game changer for us. There are so many really nice upgrades and so much technology on these new machines. It's been pretty awesome. Plus, it's really comfortable, easy to use. There's a lot of buttons here. It's got your Fighter Pilot stick. We've got double screens in it so we can see whatever we need to see. You've got leather seats in it, heating and cooling, everything you need. I don't know if Dad knows, but it's got a massaging seat too. Massaging seat thing seems kind of silly, but sit in a tractor for 10 hours and then turn that on, and you'll like it. This thing scoots pretty good down the road too, especially empty, so you can cover a lot of ground with this thing, even if you're not chasing it with the water trailer. 120-foot boom, which matches us well because we've got a 60-foot planter and a 30-foot corn header. We've got a 1,000-gallon tank. Sometimes, yeah, it would be nice to have the larger tank, but this was the used machine that the dealer had in that was a good machine for us. That was the one thing we wanted, was a little bit bigger tank, but when you find the machine that's right, you kind of got to roll with it. So this is what we got, and it does well for us. 332G John Deere skid loader, heavy enough for us. Does well. Probably looking at updating it fairly soon here. Polaris Racer 200 EFI, Troy Lee design. Kids love it. My baby, Scottsdale 20. This is a 1975. Bought it on a local auction. Couldn't tell you much about it other than somebody relatively locally put some money into it and restored it. I bought it on an online auction, as I said, and I just love cruising around in it. And I was a child on an all-American ping pong team. I just love playing ping pong with the Flexo ping pong pack. Onto the planter. John Deere ExactEmerge. This is a 60-footer. We got it stocked from the factory. We got it from the factory with the Susi tracks on it. So we had Susi tracks on our old planter. Really loved them. It is now a factory option. We put those on. We've got the ExactEmerge, as I said. So this has a high-speed brush belt system. It's got bolts. I call them bolts instead of plates. It's got a belt that carries the seed down. This is what people would refer to as the 10-mile-an-hour planter. And I'm telling you, I promise you, it is every bit as accurate as they say. It's actually more accurate at 10 miles an hour than it is at 5 or 6. But 10 miles an hour there, again, is scooting pretty fast. I get a little bit uncomfortable at 10 miles an hour, so I tend to spend a lot of time around 8.5, maybe 9. If rain's coming and we have to finish a field, maybe, 12, 13. We were just getting the process started of cleaning this thing out the other day. Got interrupted, but we will take these row units out, blow them out with air, pull out the fingers here. We will take the tension off the belt, kind of clean everything out. This also has the fertilizer system on it. Called
It's a
Zap
John
Shot.
Deere
So this is a system that
tractor.
actually
Let's
fires only the seed if you
go.
wanted to. Now you can put down a straight rate with it, and I did for quite a bit of our acres this year, but it will also shoot only the seed, and you can adjust that, you know, if you want a 2-inch shot, 3, 4, 5, or a continuous rate shot, whatever you want to do with it. Absolutely love this planter. Being able to get the speed and the accuracy out of it has been really efficient for us. 1775 NT is the model number on the planter. We've had it for 2 years now. We're going to keep it next year again. It'll be our 3rd year on it. And we are going to pull it probably again with this 8RT 410. Another tractor of mine here. Bought this thing a year and a half ago about. Didn't have a ton of hours on it, but it was new. We'll get to the only new, brand new thing that's ever been bought with an engine on it on this farm in a little bit. But 8RT 410, it's got all the bells and whistles. I really like this tractor. It's really comfortable. There again, I'm a fan of the 2-track system, especially for planting. Being able to back into the corners with this thing is so much handier than a standard machine. But I understand there are advantages to tires as well. I really like the 2 tracks, particularly for what we do with this tractor, which is mostly planting and pulling the grain cart. So pulling the grain cart with this thing, we went from I think it was a 335 horse up to a 410. Made a huge difference with the big grain cart that we pull. The tracks are awesome. And it's a comfortable tractor.
This guy has a lot of John Deere's, I can't lie.
I'm pretty sure so this is probably the newest machine we had on this farm until we got the contract last week. Leather seats again, heating, cooling, massage. Big screens in here. I believe these are called the Gen 5 screens from Deere. So I run 2 screens because with all the information coming in with the planter, it's nice to have everything up so you don't have to toggle between pages. All the heating and air conditioning you need for planting in the spring when it's getting hot out, and pulling grain cart in the fall when it's getting cold out. Someone overfilled the deck, made a little bit of a mess right there. I'll track them down and have a talk. Back over this direction. As we come in here, I'll just start here again. Here's our J&M 1732 series grain cart. I believe we have had this for 4 seasons now. We've got the big tracks on it. When we first got the tracks on the first grain cart we had, we were a little concerned they would pull harder. I'm convinced they pull easier because the cart does not sink at all when it is loaded full. It saves so much on compaction. I know tracks, they cost a lot of money. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. They are so nice. The grain cart is a no-brainer to me around here on our soil for half a track, especially once you get up to this size and you're hauling this volume of bushels. We can fit about 15, 16, 1700 bushels on here, so over a truck and a half on this cart, kind of depending on a lot of circumstances, how the grain is and all of that. But it does take some power to pull it. We can pull it around the yard with this 8295, but we're not going to pull it in the field with that. Not if you fully load it and you have any sort of an incline at all, it won't do it. Things I love about this grain cart, it's got that corner auger. So it's a dual auger system. It pulls the grain to the front into the corner auger, and the corner auger comes forward. You don't have to look quite so far back like you do on most grain carts that are built this large in this style. It's also a longer grain cart and not as tall. We did not put the tall sideboards on it to get it up to 22, 2300 bushels. 16, 1700 is big enough for us. We like the low profile. The combine can see down into it better. You've got more clearance with the unload auger and the combine if you're going through any washouts or anything like that. We had this thing for 4 harvests. I am going to let you in on a little something though. There is something new, something very new on the way. If you're interested, watch towards the end of August here. Maybe come see me down at Farm Progress Show at the J&M tent. Just saying. That'll be down in Decatur, Illinois. On that note, there's another farm show here in just a few days on August 5th. Morgan, Minnesota Farm Fest. That's kind of Minnesota's farm show. I've been going there since I was a little kid. I'm going to be moderating a panel on how artificial intelligence is changing agriculture. We're going to have some good guests there. It'll be in the WIC building at 9:30 a.m. Hopefully we'll see some of you there. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet after that for those who want to come up and shake my hand or spit on my foot, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Come say your piece. Tell me what you got to say. Come meet me. And then that afternoon, I'm actually going to be running a skid loader in the Skid Steer Rodeo. So come cheer me on for that. Or boo me, whatever. Show up and have fun. Okay, John Deere 8295. This is one of Dad's tractors. Little bit of
John Deere 85.
I guess a do everything tractor again. There again, it does pull the grain cart really well for us in the yard. So we will load this grain cart a lot of times so that it's preloaded and we can load trucks out faster in the yard, especially in the winter when we've got a lot of ice and snow conditions. This gets around a lot better than a two-track system. Normally in the field we're pulling this grain cart with the 410 RT, but in the yard, tires just it's a better place for it. All standard in here. Got the older monitor, not old, but older. You know, the previous version. Anyway, let's start it up. I haven't started enough things yet. Not the same sound as the Minneapolis Moline, but still fun. We'll just go right past this machine for now. I'll take you over to the 9870. This is Dad's combine here. We've had this one for quite a while. It's a great combine. We've got 710 duals on it. It's got the bigger rear tires. This machine has done a lot of good for us. We really like this machine. A little bit older, but not old. It's a 2011, a late 2011, so just before the S series.
It's a bolt. I think it's a bolt rotor, if I'm right.
This is a C12F corn header, so it's a folding header. It does have the chopping knives on it, so full chopping header. It's got the built-in stock stompers. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got row sensors down here. Again, another product that we really like. We're really happy with it. We've run two or three falls on this header now. The 9870 here, we pretty much only do soybeans with it. We used to do corn with it back when it was our main machine. We've owned this thing for, I bet 10 years now. When it was our main machine, we did a lot of corn with it, but now it's kind of our secondary machine, so we do beans with it, and but it is capable, certainly more than capable of doing corn as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're shoving with one.